turned out not to be much of an obstacle. Basically, pick the line, drove over it, nothing major. Most of the trip so far was pretty mellow. Two-wheel drive. As we got closer to the top, it started getting a little bit slick and muddy. But again, most of the time was two-wheel drive without much issue. This one looked more daunting than it actually was. We didn't know which direction to go, whether to take the left or the right path. Left path was a little bit rocky and rutted up. The right path was rutted up and rocky. In the end, I basically put it in four-wheel drive, low, and crawled up it without much issue. This climb had me shitting my pants. I'm serious. First time I've ever encountered anything like this, so I was a little bit scared. No lie, especially when approaching these rocks. Way, way nervous about, wrecking shit. Had to stop and check the tires. Something felt a little mushy in the front end. All's good. Keep on trucking. here's where we decided to stop, look at the map, try to figure out where we were. We thought we were at the Wildcat Mountain turn, but soon realized we weren't. Backed up, took another turn. That ended up being the North Spur. And the North Spur was not the correct turn at all. So again, back to the hill and attempt to go up it to figure out where we're at. The trails are not marked very well. So this is the bypass for this North Pole Trail, one of the more tough areas. And so we're rolling up this one, and it's pretty steep and rocky and rough. And needless to say, I get to the top, and there's a Bronco waiting to come down. Well, he gives me exactly no room. And so here's where I decide that I'll let him by and, give my Jeep a few extra pinstripes. here we stopped to take a look at the next descent. Yeah, a little rough, not too bad. Then I decided to roll on over to what we bypassed. Yeah, this was a little bit rugged. Not gonna lie, I don't have the vehicle to drive on this side of the path, so it's a good thing we took the bypass. I believe the Jeep probably would have been just a mess if we wouldn't have gotten stuck. Um, I would like to see somebody roll up this from this way. Maybe it's easy to do, but up towards the top it gets pretty ledgy and yeah, I don't know. The one thing about this area is you get some pretty cool views uh, in the higher elevations. So back to the Jeep I go, and time to start the descent. Continue on our path, and again, trails aren't marked. We're confused on where we're supposed to be. We're running into some what we believe to be rougher trails than we should. Um, Not knowing what path we're on, thinking that, you know, what we're about to come upon, we shouldn't have to drive over. But little do we know that we're on the right path. We just haven't gone far enough. Um, so again, GPS is great. Had I known that these roads were actually on Google Maps when we started, I could have just had navigation up on the Jeep and I could have followed along and known exactly where to go and not second guess and not stare at my wife like she's crazy when she's telling me that we're too far or we haven't gone far enough or I just don't know where we are type of thing. So here again, should we go this way? Shouldn't we go this way? I'm not sure we should go this way. Should I put it in four-wheel drive? Well, I have to put it in four-wheel drive. I can't get up the hill. So this turn off here, we end up taking at some point. We go up the hill a little ways, back up, only to realize the trail that we turned on here is an ATV or dirt bike trail. It's not hardly wide enough for a Jeep, and I don't believe it's marked anywhere. So here we are attempting to go up the hill. I believe I put it in four-wheel drive at this point because it starts to get a little bit sketchy here. And you can see some of the larger rocks, and trying to pick a line without really ever being here is a little concerning. So again, we back up and decide, well, we're already too far, so this must be the Wildcat Loop Trail or Park Road 3, I believe. And well, we go down this a little ways, and you can see that we basically just turn around and go, well, this isn't it because it's not wide enough for most vehicles, and you know, you can see the cedar trees scraping off the Jeep, hitting the mirrors. So we basically say, well, let's turn around and try this again. lost, we end up going further up the North Pole, and holy crap, this was a bit sketchy for me. And honestly, that to think the trail is still rated at like a two, but I'm not sure how. But it is. So whatever, drop it in four-wheel drive and just start to make the ascent, and avoid the bigger rocks as possible, avoid the big ruts. Here you're getting a little bit off camber, but not too bad. Um, and as we go up this, you can start to see the terrain gets a little bit more unique. We have rock ledges now that we have to go up, a fairly steep incline. And coming up here, you can see you pretty much have to hold to the right hand side, um, at least with my Jeep. Not enough lift, not enough tire, probably not enough power. Maybe I could, not sure. Didn't really want to break anything up here, so basically hung to the right, avoided the big rocks, scraped some more cedar trees, and just kind of gingerly walked my way up this. It wasn't that bad. A little intimidating at the time, but looking back, not so bad. Here we're getting to the top of the hill, and it's rough. It is like solid rock. There's absolutely no topsoil up here, and we start to notice that the ground is saturated. It's pretty wet. Um, you'll see it a little bit as we get closer and closer to the top, and we decide to take a wrong trail because again we have no idea where we're at. Um, we end up going down the Green Mile Trail, um, and decided to turn around. It was a sloppy mess, as you can see, as you will see, I guess. Um, Pretty crazy. Fun. Would I go back here and try to go further up the North Pole? I think I would. Um, but moving or traveling or wheeling by yourself, probably not the best idea to hit trails that you don't really know, and you're basically the farthest point away from any civilization. So the batteries died on the GoPro, and here we are at Wildcat Peak, Wildcat Mountain Peak. I don't know what it's called. Heep. The Heep looks a little majestic, sitting on top of the mountain. Mountain. Use that term loosely. Area B of Hidden Falls. Great scenic views. Rocks. Freaking rocks and cedar trees everywhere. Didn't break anything in the Jeep. Ding the floorboards. That was about it. Would I bring street tires? I'm not sure. No lift? Yeah, I think you could make it with no lift, but you'd be scraping some stuff. Was it fun? Hell yeah. Will I do it again? Absolutely.